Yo, what up? About to be gunslinging with Unger. Yeah, boy. I love Unger tools, and I love my gunslinger. They make an awesome combination. And gunslinger makes you super way sexier than before. You heard it here first. Another gloomy day on Lake Erie. Luckily, I had some inside work to do because it rained like a son bitch. It rained like pouring piss out of a boot. Is what it rained like. Yeah, I'm just murdering these seagulls. They don't want none. They don't want none. To your left of the Sandusky Coal Docks. And over there's Cedar Point, but you can't see it, but it's there. There's a high-rise. Ooh, we've got big buildings here in Sandusky. Sandusky, there's the good time one. You have a good time on that one. Yep, this is my town. This is my city. It's the best. I like it. And here we go. Whoa. And what you see here is an Unger 4x8 pole. And on the end of that pole is sometimes a 18-inch washer with a Ninja T-bar handle and an 18-inch Unger Ninja Monsoon sleeve. Super dope. It's my go-to. But this video is about the Unger 0 degree handle in combination with the S Plus channels. And I am a huge fan of the S Plus channels. They are awesome. And I'm also a huge fan of the 0 degree channel. It's just sweet for reaching over furniture, reaching over booths and restaurants, over top of your head, straight pulling like a boss. I also fan with it. I usually fan with my 12, but in this video I am using my 18, I think. Yes, I'm using my 18. Man, look at that gunslinger. Ooh, no water flopping around, you bozos. Dude, water flies out of my gunslinger, man. Just try less water. I think that'll work. And you'll still be able to kick ass all, like normal. Just with less water in your Boab. Boab. It's a tool caddy. This isn't Kevin the window cleaner. It's not a Boab. Hi, this is Kevin the window cleaner, okay? And this is my samurai Boab. It's pretty dope, right? Alright, I'm sorry. That's enough. But yeah, man, this is a rather large client. This is a 3-story building. I have got the exterior to do, but today we are doing the insides, and it is early in the mornings. This is like 6:30 in the morning. I got to get there before I just keep doing these shots of the gunslinger not splashing water all over the place. It's got to be done before, all the staff get in there and, they start taking customers and stuff, so I got to get in there and get her done. Get her done! But I really love this combo, man. It's just, like here again, I'm reaching over something. I'm hitting these windows flat on, and no streakies, no pulleys, and it's just a cool combination, man. If you do a lot of work in areas where you've got to work over top of things, and you've got to kind of have a little bit of a reach, and you need to use your pole, they're pretty badass. I really like them. They're time savers. And you don't have to lug a step ladder around or none of that stuff. It's just, they're just cooler than the other side of the pillow, and there's no detachable parts like the Liquidator. They're just dog-eared channels straight from the factory with no extra parts. And just like the Gunslinger, it's probably the most kick-ass Boab on the market. Boab on the market, and there's no detachable parts, and you don't need a zip tie, so that's pretty kick-ass. I am a huge fan of Unger tools. I will always be a huge fan of Unger tools. They had some flops. I bought one of those Stingrays, those indoor window cleaning kit. Ooh, God, that was bad. That was real bad. I'll mess with that thing no more. So, um, but as I've said before in previous videos, they're just durable tools. I know some guy commented they're good for beginners. Well, they're good for beginners, but they're also good for pros. So, and I consider myself a professional window cleaner. I've been doing this over a decade. So, ixnay on the old pro A stuff, the rookie stuff. And there it is, the 16-inch brass squeegee that's been with me my whole life. I came out with that. It, did a number on my mom, but she's okay now. But I've always had that squeegee. Uh, I'm a huge Unger guy. I like Sorbo channels, of course. Everyone knows that for the 3x4s for commercial work. But, hey, I'm primarily 99%. I'm in the 98 percentile on the old Unger tools. Oh, yeah. Super handsome dude there. Yeah. Oh, hey, look. Here's another shot of my gunslinger not splashing water all over the place with a soppy wet mop on it. Ooh, man. This is really damning evidence for all those guys that want to say, it flops water everywhere. Just use a little less water, folks. See, look at that. And those drips get caught inside the gunslinger. How cool is that? Yeah, right, bitch. But, yeah, man, if you want some dependable tools that last a long time and you have never tried any Unger window cleaning tools, I think you'd be pleasantly surprised. I mean, I wouldn't go to Home Depot and buy the consumer versions. Consumer versions of anything are substandard when you're using it like we use it as professional window cleaners. But I really like them, and I really like those new shirts. You see, I went green, right? I went green for a reason, to match my tools. To match my tools. But yeah, man, I'm loving the black diamond rubber in my Unger tools. I used to be an Unger soft round top guy, and I kind of got away from that. After I started using the black diamond several years ago, and I've never looked back. But as far as my hand tools, man, I'm gonna be Unger till I die, man. So hey, you ain't gotta like it, but I love it. Oh, this is a long hallway of partition glass in an office. This is the worst thing that's ever happened to me in my whole life. No, actually, it's not. But I'm kicking ass, and of course, as usual, I will admit this is sped up, because my videos are already long enough as it is, and people like to complain about them. So I speed things up for you guys, so you can hear my sultry voice and watch me clean windows. I I started out, when I first started out window cleaning, my boss, the guy that hired me to clean windows full time, he was a Sorbo guy. Everything he owned was Sorbo, besides his poles. The poles have always been Unger poles, but Sorbo handles and Sorbo channels. I've actually given away several full sets of Sorbo channels, and I still have another set. Jacob Dell got some Sorbo channels from me. Mike Lee out of South Carolina, he got some channels out of me. I just had so many, and it was just like, man, even if I, um, even if I hold on to these the rest of my life, I'm never going to use them all. You know what I mean? I still have a full set from uh, 20, I think 36 inches all the way down to 6 inches. I still have a full set of Sorbos in the shop, and I don't really use them all. I use a 12 sometimes, but it's primarily 18 and 22. If I'm not using the 18 or the 22 and I go down to 16 and below, I'm using my Unger channels, my brass. I'm using my 12-inch brass, my 16-inch brass, or I'm using my 18-inch S Plus or my 12-inch S Plus on the 0 degree Unger handle. Um, I have the older version of the 0 degree. I don't use it anymore. I like the newer version. They're just kick ass. I started using them um, when I was doing a lot of I had this particular account where I had to do the underneath of these skylights, and they were like 4 stories in the air, and the skylights they had the girders exposed, so you couldn't get all the way up in the skylight, so it was a pain in the ass. And then I started looking around on the internet, and I found the Unger 0 degree handle. I'm like, I'm gonna give this a shot, because I'm assuming I can hit things flat on with this, and I was correct. And it cut the time on that job in half. So you can, over your head, go straight on glass. It's pretty slick. It's kick ass. And I use them for situations like this where I'm working over desks, or I've got several, like I've got a top, middle, and a bottom. I don't like to bend over because I'm fat, so I use that. I use those for that. So, because I put them on a pole, man, and I can do some pretty wicked pulls on my pole and not have to bend over because I'm chubby, and it's not a mystery. So, hey, get over it. I'm fat, and I don't like bending over. So there's that. And this was shot over 2 days. You'll notice I've got a red shirt on today. I had a green shirt on in the beginning. There's three, like I said, there's 3 floors here, and I've only got a couple of hours to complete this. I would have more, but the guy that lets me in, he just, he's got another project running on another location, and he's got to let contractors in there, so I'm kind of hemmed up. I was kind of hemmed up on this, and I needed to do it. I needed to do it, to his scheduling. So it still worked out good. It was 2 mornings. Took me 3.5 hours total to do, an hour and a half each day, and I banged it out and cashed check. You know what I mean? And that's what this is about, man. And I cash my checks with Unger tools, man. And if you haven't tried an Unger tool, give them a shot. I mean, I've tried Ederay. Ederay's got really nice stuff. So does Sorbo, of course. But those are the 3 brands that I've tried, and I gravitate right back to the Unger stuff. I'm just an Unger guy, man. Green is not my favorite color, so that's not it. I just, they just work good. As you can see, I don't have to move a lot of furniture if I don't want. You know what I mean? It kind of saves a little time using these S Plus channels on the 0 degree handles. It just saves a little time, and I get nice crisp pulls back and forth on with these without a really bad pull marks from the starts and stops. Everything, the starting and closing out is always really nice, and I'm not running around like Luke the window cleaner flicking everything. You know what I mean? Going back 4,700 fucking times on a 6-inch piece of glass. You know what I mean? I'm just getting them wet and going. You know what I mean? So I'm laughing right now because of the podcast I'm listening to. It was hilarious. Joey Diaz is fucking hilarious. He always gets me. But as you can see, I'm about 8 foot out, and it's just super smooth, man. It's just super smooth, especially when you load those channels with that black diamond rubber, baby. Black diamond rubber for pros and cheap bastards. But what's cool about the black diamond rubber is it's cheap, but it's not cheaply made. It's a quality product just given to you at a great cost. So that's awesome. And they make rubber for every brand. I mean, round tops and flat tops. So I mean, it goes in your Ederay stuff. It'll go in your Sorbo stuff. It'll go in your Unger stuff. Your Mormon stuff. It goes in everything. I mean, of course, you've got to do some trimming when you use it on the Mormon stuff. But if you use Mormon rubber and you switch to black diamond, I bet you'll write me and thank me. So, I'm a sucker when it comes to Unger, man. I mean, I'm a fanboy. I'll admit it. I love the stuff. I wouldn't say I'm like a super fanboy, but I'm close to it. I'm close. But it's just when you find stuff, when you find equipment that works for you, you just stick with it. Like my grandfather, he was a plumber, and he was a rigid pipe wrench guy. You couldn't tell him any differently. He was using rigid pipe wrenches. You know what I mean? That was his thing. Um, and which I still have all my grandfather's plumbing tools. I still occasionally pull a plumbing job here and there when a friend's in need, or one of my grandfather's old customers calls the house here. You know, if I've got the time, I'll bust it out for him. You know what I mean? Run some gas lines, a couple of wellhead sprinklers off the lake here on the beach. You got to drive them wellheads into the sand, and it'll pull water out of the sand and spray your lawn. Here and there. You do what you got to do. But I'm an Unger guy because like I said, the tools last. They're durable tools. And you can't go wrong with durable equipment. You've already got the cost of rubber and things like that, so why not minimize cost and get tools that last? I still have my original Ninja handles, the ones that don't lock. I still have them. Um, I was gonna give them away, but the guy turned into a douche, so I kept them. But and now they've got the 30-degree Ninja handles with the lockable thing, and I really like the 30-degree. I'm a fallen in love with that. Primarily was a 40 guy, but the 30-degree is pretty badass. But hey man, I think Unger's the best, bro. It's the best. I mean, why not? I'm a fanboy. I'm fanboying out for Unger, man. It's the best shit ever. I'm not writing any letters or anything to try to get free stuff like some dude that does to Ettore. What's his name? James Riley. James Riley. I'm not that big a fanboy. I mean, I'm close, but not that big a fanboy. And I'm not a turd, so.
Hey, it's your boy James Riley.
Yeah, I'm not even sure what that was about. I had a little bit of Tourette's there. But we're back. We are back to cleaning this office here. Um, you know, I've I've been working for these clients for quite a long time, and then a service, one of those companies that takes over your facility, a facility management company took over, and they were gonna hire someone else because they were cheaper, and the guy that I've been working with here for 10 years. No, it's actually been longer. It's been it's been 13 years. 13 years I've been working with this gentleman, and you kind of build a rapport with people, and he's like, listen, this is my guy. I want to stick with this guy, and he was super awesome and got me to stay on. So it's been pretty nice for me to retain these customers. Um, Customer retention is great, especially in this line of work. Shit is fleeting, man, and somebody can come through and chop your head for nickels on the dollar and not bat an eye. And everyone knows how that goes. But yeah, and here you go. This is the lazy T squeege here. I am going to, yeah, oh man, you guys are going to be like, dude, just bend over. And I just don't want to, all right? I just don't want to bend over. Why bend over if I don't have to? Plus, I've got this nagging fucking back injury, so not bending over is nice. But as you can see, that Unger 0-degree, it's just perfect, man. 0-degree with the S Plus channel. Try that combination out, and you will not be disappointed, man. It is just fire. It just works super good. Super good. I'm a huge fan of it, and I will continue to use these channels and handles. And what's cool about the 0-degree handles is they are super awesome. All right, I bent over. So you guys happy? Um, I will continue to use them. The quality is good. I haven't had to replace anything because they broke or anything. I usually have to replace them because I lose them. Or someone that's working for me loses them. Jeremy. Um, you know, but for the most part, everything Unger that I buy, except for like the Stingray, like I said, Jesus, um, has been a very good investment and has lasted me quite a long time. And the only time I've ever had to replace anything is when it's lost. Um, I've dropped my brass squeegee before, you know what I mean, and bent that and had to replace it. Um, and recently, I just broke a 30-degree Unger Ninja lockable handle. The lockable swivel handles. I actually broke one the other day. The screw come loose, and I wasn't, I was like, oh, I got, no big deal. You know what I mean? And I let it go, and I was like, I'm going to finish these, like, 3 windows. I'll just push it back in there, and I'll tighten it when I get to the truck. Snap. First window I tried to do that on. I don't know what that was. Like somebody leaned their head or something against that piece of glass. Whatever that grease spot was, it was not coming off. I had to rub it with a rag there, as you could see. But, this is another thing. Those 0-degree handles, look how easy that closeout is. You know what I mean? I don't have to, do any flim-flam. You know what I mean? And I kind of showed you there at the beginning of this clip how deep that was. Those are like 6-inch deep ledges there. I mean, it's just perfect for that. Um, I do, I do wish, that I wasn't so super handsome with that gunslinger on. I just, I mean, it's just really, really rough being that handsome with. I mean, dude, the chicks are just. They just won't leave me alone. They're actually outside waiting by the truck now. They're like, "Where's that guy with that super sexy gunslinger at?" And I'm like in here hiding, guys. Look at that gunslinger. I'm kneeling down. It's not tipping over. Just so badass, man. Man, the gunslinger's so badass. And it gets you all the chicks. Have you seen my old lady? She's with me because of the gunslinger. I mean, that's it. She's like, one day he's going to be using that gunslinger. And I'm not going to be able to control myself. So I might as well just get with this guy now. You know what I mean? He's super hot. Super hot with that gunslinger. But yeah, man, this is another video by your main man, your boy T Squeegee. No, I'm just kidding. Unger Products, man, check them out, man. I don't think you guys will be disappointed. And for the record, you could always go to www.futurecleaning.com and get you a gunslinger, so you too can be a lady killer like me. But you probably won't be a lady killer, but you'll be a hell of a more efficient window cleaner with a dry leg and rubber that lasts a whole lot longer. So go to www.futurecleaning.com and get you a gunslinger, guys. They're pretty badass. And go to www.detroitsponge.com. Get you some Unger tools, man. They're the shit. They are the shit. You'll love them. And also go to www.outlawwindowcleaner.com. Get you some Outlaw Window Cleaner t-shirts, Black Diamond squeegee rubber in round top and T-tops at a very, very awesome price. And some Legend channels. Try out a Legend channel. They're pretty neat tool. They're pretty neat tools. I like them. They're pretty slick. And, hey, man. You guys, as always, are super awesome, and thanks for listening, man. I really appreciate it, and you guys are the shit. Send me some questions to AskTSqueegee@yahoo.com, and I'll read them on the podcast, guys. The Outlaw Window Cleaner podcast. It's on iTunes, Podbean, and YouTube. So like and subscribe, guys, and leave us a comment, rate it. Leave me a comment on this video. Whatever works, man. But I really appreciate you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Peace.